Okay, so here's what's going on. A low-salt diet often results in adrenal gland challenges. Because what happens is, when you don't have an adrenal gland that's functioning properly, it's going to hold on to water, and then what's going to happen, it's going to hold on to other, it's going to increase something called aldosterone, and what that's going to do, it's going to speed up your body. So when you don't have enough minerals in your body, you could literally have problems with heart palpitations. So a lot of people who have blood pressure challenges are told to stay away from salt, but you really need the unrefined salt because it helps a gland in your body called the adrenal gland. If your adrenal gland does not have the nutrients, it's going to speed your body up, and you're going to have some major challenges. That's why some of you take beta blockers. A beta blocker is used to stop the hormones coming from your heart. The beta blockers are used to stop the hormones that are from the adrenal gland from interfering with the heart, causing a palpitation. So did that make myself clear with that? Your adrenal gland makes adrenaline. If you don't have enough regular, unrefined salt, it's going to cause an imbalance. Your heart's going to speed up. You can have heart palpitations because of not using unrefined salt. You can actually get heart palpitations by using refined salt. So you don't want to use refined salt. You don't want to use Morton salt. And all I'm asking you to do is just look at the ingredients. I don't want you to think that I'm anti any kind of salt, but look at the ingredients. Elevated insulin has been associated with diabetes, cysts on the ovaries, and obesity. Because when you're on a low-salt diet, it'll increase insulin. You hear what I just said? The low-salt diet will increase insulin. That means somebody has the potential to become a diabetic when they're on the low-salt diet. Let me continue on. A low-salt diet can result in increased toxins in the body, especially bromine. A low-salt diet means more toxins. When you have more bromine, that means you're going to have a low thyroid gland. Dr. Lepore, in his book, which I've read, The Ultimate Healing System, said that you could actually normalize blood pressure by using the right kind of unrefined salt. I have found from my experience, people who have a high systolic blood pressure, that's the 120 number, will normalize using sodium. Sodium in the form of unrefined salt. You'll normalize your diastolic blood pressure, which is the normal one, by using unrefined salt. You need potassium. Probably one of the most complete foods that you all can use is alfalfa. Alfalfa has sodium and potassium at a great balance. Now, how much of this salt should you use, unrefined salt? See, it all depends on how much water you're drinking. The amount of water you're drinking has a lot to do with the amount of unrefined salt that you're using. You can usually use, because you want to drink enough water, you can use 1/4 of a teaspoon for every quart of water that you drink. You can still put salt on your food. So what I'm saying to you is that your body needs, I'm going to think of salt as minerals. I'm going to think of salt as spark plugs. Okay, so salt is not the bad guy. Sodium is the bad guy. The human body has about 250 grams. Children or babies have about 14. Let's continue on. Water and salt are necessary for metabolism, detoxification, and transportation of nutrients, as well as optimal functioning of the hormonal, nervous, and immune system. So now you can see that your body needs this for everything. It needs it for a strong immune system. Nerve impulses are mediated by sodium ions. Sodium regulates the electric charges throughout the body. Now watch this. Seizure disorders can result with altered sodium levels. Seizures can be caused by diet soda and refined salt. It was important for me to tell you that, because I have a lot of patients who have kids that come in that have seizures. So if you have a child that's coming in that's on seizures and you've been keeping salt away from them, unrefined salt, and they've been drinking diet soda, I'm not telling you to take those kids off of the seizure medication, but I have had many patients that come in, Celtic sea salt. The soda is the problem. Okay, so you have to get rid of that refined salt at home. The brain needs magnesium, calcium, and potassium to send messages. Celtic sea salt, unrefined sea salt once again. Salt and water work together. Remember we started this whole thing by talking about the battery? Many people today, including some of you in this room, are dehydrated. Items with caffeine accelerate water loss. You can have brain fog, which is very common without pure water and proper minerals in the unrefined diet. Now, I don't know how many of you have noticed this, but I noticed this that when I go out in the public today and you're around people, have you ever noticed sometimes today that people just don't seem to be clicking like they used to? I mean, my wife and I, when we go out and do talks and people come up and talk to us afterwards, it's amazing how many people don't have clear thinking anymore. Water generates energy. Think about this. There are two oceans in the body, one inside of the cells and one outside of the cells. The outside of your cells have white blood cells, red blood cells, vitamins, and minerals. The inside of cells have organelles. Your body needs water and salt to carry the outside ocean water to the kidneys to be eliminated by the body. So what he's saying, Dr. Bob, see, I want you to think that your cells actually, for lack of a better term, they poop inside of you. So you have all this debris on the extra part of the ocean. Well, that's transported in your body because of minerals. Unrefined salt nourishes both oceans. Sodium is on the outside and potassium is on the inside. Now look at this next comment. This is really critical for my workshop with you today. Magnesium and calcium help the two oceans communicate with each other. That's why you need unrefined salt. And so when I have patients come into the office and they have cold sores are assigned to me of lack of calcium. Constipation is a lack of magnesium. So you can improve your bowel movements just by making sure that you have the right minerals inside of your body. When you don't have enough of the right minerals inside of your body, your kidneys are going to start holding on to water. And that's where some of you will get high blood pressure. That's why your blood pressure could lower with unrefined salt. And that's what happened to me. And it's not about drinking more water. Prolonged healthy salt deprivation will result in kidney problems. What happens is that minerals will be pulled from the inside of the cells to balance the outside of the cells. So what he's saying, Dr. Bob, it's kind of like your body's robbing Peter to pay Paul. Your body will take minerals from the inside of the cells to the outside of the cells because your body will do whatever it can to survive. That's why I believe so many people have osteoporosis today. Osteoporosis is so common because we don't have enough minerals. We're in a very state of acid. And make sure that you watch my vitamin D program. That will be awesome. The consequences of what happens when you have a buildup of toxic material is your body becomes in a state of acidosis. Cancer cells like acidosis. So it could be something as simple as adding unrefined salt to your diet that can help balance your pH so you won't get cancer. See, cancer, and I have consultations with patients all the time that have cancer from all over the world. Cancer is not just something that just happens to you. It evolves over time because of the wrong choice. And you know what? You can't trust the food manufacturers today because they're putting a lot of chemicals in those foods to trick you. The adrenal glands are affected by salt. In a resting state, the adrenal glands are responsible for maintaining energy levels, blood sugar, blood pressure. You got that? Blood pressure is affected by the adrenal glands, muscle strength, and much more via the secretion of hormones. Here's some of the hormones. Aldosterone. Aldosterone is a mineral and sodium regulating hormone. Cortisol has everything to do with inflammation. DHEA. DHEA helps turn this body of yours back on. Estrogen, pregnenolone, progesterone, and testosterone are all affected by the adrenal glands. Adrenal gland exhaustion can result in poor immune function, cancer, thyroid disorders, obesity, arthritis, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, autoimmune disorders, and other chronic health challenges. Does that sound like America? Mm-hmm. Hello, we are living on our reserve tank. The adrenal glands need magnesium. The adrenal glands call on you. Diuretics do not get to the cause of the problem. Some people have extra fluid in their body. They'll go see the medical health care provider, and guess what they'll give them? A water pill. The water pill is not getting to the cause of your problem. Do not ever stop taking any medication without talking to your doctor. Adrenal gland exhaustion will result because of lack of unrefined salt in your diet and or the excess use of refined salt in your diet. So what I want you to do is I want you to become label savvy. I'm going to tell you right now, you want to avoid going to franchise restaurants, and I'm not telling you to stay home and never go out to eat again. They use a lot of sodium to enhance the taste of food. So be aware of taste enhancers. Look for MSG, but taste enhancers are oftentimes sodium based. Get yourself some refined, or get yourself some unrefined sodium. We have it available on our website, and of course we have it in our office. I pray this made a difference in your life. You can hit the red button.